So men and women aren't having sex anymore.
And this is the study.
Read it.
1 in 3 men and 1 in 5 women haven't had sex in a year.
That's crazy shit. Like,
Isn't it crazy?
it is crazy. But, all right, I want to know from a person who's been married for a very long time.
Yeah.
I think there's big differences in that. Like, mm, depending on whether you're dating, you're in a relationship, you just met. When you're married for a long time, what have you heard is the normal amount of time that people have sex in married
As far as,
couples?
like, maybe once a week.
Yeah, like what's normal in that whole
Well,
world?
in the whole world, it all depends. If you're happy, if you're not happy. I know couples that are in their 70s and 80s, and they still have sex, so they
How
say
often?
every day.
Every day in a
Every
marriage?
day, but I won't go into other how they have sex,
What do you
but,
mean?
maybe they may, like, play with each other, whatever. Do you consider that?
I could listen, anything that requires something that your clothes have to be off, that they're touching personal parts is part of sex.
If they're not sick, it could be, like, every other day.
75, 80 years old. Married
75
people.
75, 80 years old, because that's all they think about.
Okay, I got
Very
news for you. I bet you why they're having sex so much at that age is because they're on the verge of being deaf.
the
And
what?
being deaf at that age, 75, can you still hear when you're 75, 80 years
Yeah,
old clearly? Because definitely the guy's not listening to the woman.
but the new 75 is could be the new
65?
65 or 60.
All right.
People
That's
live it people
crazy
people
talk to me.
people are living longer now.
No, I know they're living longer, but 75 and 80 years old, you know a lot of married couples, 75 and 80 years
I
old,
do.
that are having sex still every day.
Every
How
single day. So they
in a
say
long-term marriage?
in a long-term marriage, there's
Really?
no stress. There's no
Ah,
talking about
maybe then.
work.
Then you know what? That makes sense.
Yeah, there's no stress. They go out, they play pickleball, they play tennis, they go
They
out to
drink a
dinner,
lot,
they drink. They don't drink a lot, but they
but they're
drink.
drinking.
They're very social and they're
Mhm.
happy.
Mm.
And yeah,
Interesting.
isn't that
I would
crazy?
have never in a million years thought
Yeah.
that. Okay, so back to married statistics. We'll get into the single ones. Somebody that's married that's not having, I know, like when you first have kids and your kids are young, they're not having sex a lot because they just can't. The kids are up crying. Who's taking care of the kids? The mother.
Right, right,
You
right,
know, I
right.
think sex kind of goes out the window for a little while in younger
Of course, yes.
relationships.
That is
But what about say ages 50 to 65 that have been married for a long time? What do you think is the norm? How much are they having sex?
maybe every 6 months.
Really? Fuck out of here. No, come on. No, seriously. Come on. Every 6 months?
No, not every 6 months. Maybe once a week, maybe every
Maybe
other week.
once a week? Once a week, I think would be kind of normal.
Right.
But don't you think a guy wants it more than once a week?
Yeah, I agree. They do, but they're not getting them. What are they doing?
They're probably going to prostitutes, right?
They're probably just going into the bathroom, maybe. Who knows?
I don't know. They're kind of lazy.
I'm not real.
Like to do that all the time.
I've
They're
never
kind of
really.
lazy.
Then who's going to prostitutes?
So many
Who are
talking.
going to prostitutes? Why would you go to
Well,
prostitutes with all
it's
these crazy diseases going on?
well, they wrap it up. Of course, they're going to prostitutes. They don't have to listen to her. All they
So-
got to do is pay her. They don't do anything really. Here's the money. Do the transaction.
And that's it.
Bye.
That's it.
Bye.
I'm pretty sure they go to those nail salons.
I think a lot of married people go to
I think
prostitutes.
you think so?
Mhm. Now, single people, on the other hand, is a whole different story.
And what's that? And what's that like?
Well, it depends. If they just met and they're like really hot and heavy, they're going to be having sex all the
Oh,
time
absolutely. Until the novelty runs
until the
off.
novelty wears off, until, they hear him wake up in the morning and blow his fucking nose. And it's like, then, then they start to like be less attracted to them. But in a beginning of a relationship, oh my God,
That's all the time.
you're like doing it all the time.
Yeah.
Because you still like each other. You don't know each other, but you still like each other.
Yeah.
And also, let's face it, that's the time where the men are actually trying.
But what age are you talking about? Doesn't matter.
It does matter because people that I was told that girls that are in their 20s, like, they're not giving it up so easily anymore. And a lot of those
Good for them.
right, a lot of those young guys are going to prostitutes.
Young
Yes,
guys, I've
guys,
never
young guys are going to prostitutes. Hear me out why. They say that it's cheaper for them to go get laid from a prostitute than to have to take a girl out, wants to be wined and dined and do that 3, 4, 5 times. It's cheaper to go to a prostitute. And then you know what? They still might not even be getting laid.
Oh, I never heard that. The
Yeah,
young
that's what young people tell. Yeah, that's what a lot of young guys I've heard are telling me.
that's
But if you're a little bit older, let's say I don't know, 40s, 50s, and stuff, and you start dating, I mean, obviously, it's probably going to happen pretty quickly.
what do you mean?
If you've been married already and you're out in the dating scene again and you get involved with somebody, I mean, the sex is going to happen pretty quickly. You're
Oh,
gonna
of
wait,
course.
you know,
You're not gonna wait.
waiting or
Absolutely.
whatever. But I mean, after a while, I think the novelty of everything, it depends how the guy is. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, if he's still treating the girl like she should be treated, she's gonna want to sleep with you.
Oh, absolutely. But I did hear a lot of older men go to these nail salons, so they go to prostitutes.
They do, of course they do.
It's crazy.
All of them do it. I don't think it's just older men. All of them do it. A lot of the rich men do it also
But-
because they don't have to worry about anybody
Welcome back.
calling their wife and saying, "Guess what? I just fucked your husband." You know.
Oh my God.
I mean, they're blackmailing everything. And then a lot of what the young girls do is, especially when they're fooling around with like sports players, it's
Right.
called seal the deal.
What does that
You never heard what that
Seal the deal.
means? Seal the deal. You never heard that?
No.
Girl gets pregnant.
Oh, yes, I have, but
Girl
it's
gets
a different
Girl-
different type of something else.
seal the deal. Married to 18 years, like Kanye West song. What is that song has said? You had a baby with her and married. How does that fucking song?
I can't
go?
remember the
I know,
song.
but you know
I,
what I'm
I
talking
know
about.
exactly what you're
You know
talking about.
Talking about.
Seal the deal. That's crazy.
Seal the deal, it's called. They do it with the sports players all the time. But how stupid could you be if you're a sports player and you're not wrapping that up? And she tells you she's on the pill,
Absolutely.
she's lying.
They're feeling good, and they think it can't happen to them. That's exactly what it is.
No, but if you are a sports player who's married, because that's usually what it happens with, they're fooling around people all over the world.
Oh yeah.
Why aren't you wrapping it up?
Right.
Because you want to have another baby?
No, because
they've got babies everywhere.
I know because they're stupid.
They are stupid. They are.
They're stupid. I don't
Because they came
understand.
into money too early in life. I
Right,
think.
right, but they need someone to guide them. You know what I mean?
I don't think there's a lot of guidance when a penis is involved.
I think you're right. You're 100% correct.
I don't really think many of them are thinking with money.
And they're not thinking.
I mean,
Absolutely
come
not.
on. Listen, if somebody puts a piece of chocolate in front of you every single day, piece of chocolate, a piece of chocolate, a piece of chocolate.
Yeah.
Well, the fifth day, you're eating fucking chocolate.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You know, these girls are blowing themselves at these guys. But I do think that you also have to keep it interesting. Don't be boring.
Don't be. I totally agree. Don't be boring.
You
Boring
can't be
people.
doing the same shit all the time. Oh, honey, come to bed. How about no?
What?
But then,
No.
oh, but how about no? But also, guys, for some reason, what's with the morning sex that they all just want to have morning sex? Can you explain that to me?
I think that maybe they feel that, if it's a weekday and they're going to work, they're more productive. What do you think?
I mean, that's what I've heard studies have said, but
Women,
they don't have sex.
no.
We don't have sex in the morning. Have they been brushed your teeth?
Right.
Half of us. I mean, I go to sleep. I look like a rotisserie chicken with all the creams, with all the creams I have on
Yeah,
my face
right.
at night. I wake up in the morning. It looks like half a war has gone on in my
I
life.
know. They
You know-
love that morning sex.
They haven't brushed your teeth. We look like
Shit.
hell in a blanket. You know,
What in the at night?
sweating all night. Wait a minute. Does
Yeah.
this happen to you?
What?
We're gonna get back to the morning sex. But does this happen to you? Every time you finish getting ready, I've just finished putting on my makeup. I'm ready to go. Hot flash comes on.
It comes on, and your hair's soaking wet.
You're so It looks like you just ran a marathon.
Yeah,
Your makeup is all ruined.
it's
Like,
crazy.
what does Mother Nature have to time it so perfectly? Why can't the hot flash happen before you start the makeup?
And you have to do it all over again.
It is bullshit.
It is.
Could you imagine if men had hot flashes when they were like, I don't know, rubbing their balls?
They could
What would happen?
they couldn't handle it.
They couldn't handle
They
it.
couldn't handle
They
it.
couldn't handle it.
Absolutely
All right,
not.
back to the morning sex.
Yeah.
So they like to just have it when they want to have it, which leads me to believe, again, that they don't consider how you feel anyway. If they wake up, you know why?
Why is that?
Because men
Like
just wake up with a hard on. That's right. That's why they want to just get it in. Isn't that why they said they all wake up with a hard on?
Yeah, they do.
But
From teenagers.
the only time you have to pretend that that's okay is
What?
well,
Want
let's just
something?
you're in a new relationship, and like the guy's spending time over and whatever. You can't act like, Broomhilda the witch
Right.
right away in the morning.
Right.
Get the ring first.
Yeah, okay, so after you get the ring, then what?
Then you could be the witch. Then you could be like, get the fuck off of me. I'm sweating.
And that's
all.
okay, and when you say that,
Yeah.
that's when they drift off and they go to the prostitute.
I mean,
There you go.
you shouldn't really say that. But women will want to have sex with you all the time if you treat them well.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah?
Totally.
Totally, totally agree with it. I still think though that all men go to prostitution. 90%.
No, come on.
90%.
Where are
Okay.
you hearing this from? 90%?
In my mind,
In your mind? 90%?
in my mind, I
But
would
you-
say 90.
That's crazy.
Lisa, 60% of marriages end in divorce.
Right. Because it's not because of sex.
Oh, I think a lot of it has to do with sex.
You don't think
money.
it's the sex and money.
Well,
Exactly right,
finance
it's like
is the most
first.
important.
Absolutely.
Money's the most. Finances are always a problem. Then it's sex, no intimacy. You know how many single guys say they're probably lying.
What's that?
But oh yeah, me and my wife weren't intimate for the last few years of our marriage. Get out.
You don't
I-
believe it?
No. Everything that comes out of that mouth, people lie. Why the fuck would I believe that?
Like,
most men, as soon as they start talking, they're lying.
listen, all men aren't like that.
Not all men. Okay, a vast
But
majority
this is
of.
very, very alarming to me that you're saying that most of them go to prostitutes.
Oh, I would say that all the rich men,
They,
95% of them go to prostitution.
I agree. I agree with that
So,
part.
all right, there's not a lot of really rich men in the world.
Right. Would 91%?
Maybe 95% of them go to prostitutes, especially all the Wall Street guys. Prostitutes all day long. I would say,
I hope they're wrapping that shit up. I
because their
don't even
wives,
care.
their
Then they
wives
go
aren't,
back to their wives. And
their
then what?
wives aren't sleeping with him. Their wives are not sleeping with him.
No?
No, they hate them, most of them. I would say in like say middle class or upper middle class.
Yeah.
I think if a man hasn't had sex for a while and is trying to like have a relationship with his wife and she's still turning him down for
He's
whatever
gone to a
reason,
prostitute.
oh, no.
I agree with that. I totally agree with that.
You think he's gonna go without sex?
Okay, so what if it's a 70 or 80-year-old man?
You better be careful because prostitutes are younger. Like they could kill him. That's like the heart attack age. I mean, they could get killed, and these women are experts.
They are. That's so crazy.
They
to
are
me.
definitely experts.
I never knew that. I just learned something.
This is what out and about in the town is what I hear. I
That's crazy.
did hear something else that was very, very alarming.
And what's that?
A 19-year-old girl in Brazil
Yeah.
had twins.
Okay.
Each one of the babies belongs to a different father because she had sex with two men on this.
Is that possible? Is that
Obviously,
I
it is. It's
never
a
heard
medical case.
It's a
So 19 years old is having sex with two men in the same day?
I could see that. I definitely
A
could see that.
19-year-old?
Yeah.
I don't know. Shouldn't she be studying in school?
Yeah, but maybe she's not in school and
Well, obviously she's not because she's fucking two different men and having
let me
two
just say,
babies.
I've heard of, women.
Well, I think though I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I think that after you've had, sex with a man, if you're that young, especially you're so fertile, with
Right.
sex with a man, like the sperm could like live for a couple of days.
So
So,
there was 2 men with
well,
their sperm.
she had sex with two different men on the same day and had twins. So why they tested it apparently is because one of the babies came out a different color, was African American, and the other baby was white. Obviously, one of the
Wow.
fathers wasn't,
Right.
and she wasn't. She's Brazilian.
Right, that's crazy. But Brazilians are,
Yeah, but they're not black, Lisa.
Brazilians are dark skinned.
Yeah, but they're not. The baby came out like a black baby.
Right.
So what do
But
you think? What do you think she's gonna tell like the kids?
don't tell the kids the truth.
I was a slut.
I was a slut.
I slept with.
I slept with 2 men. One was white,
Here's your
one
daddy.
was
Here's your
black.
daddy.
But Brazilians are black too. They're like my complexion.
No, I
That
know, but isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is crazy.
Like, she fucked up the rest of them.
She really did. She
I
took
mean, how do you explain that?
I know that's crazy
That
stuff.
is crazy shit. Like, what are you doing, hon?
I know, but guess what?
She had a lot of time on her hands,
She
right? 2 men in one day?
uh,
People don't even wanna have sex twice in a day with the same person. Forget about 2 men in one day.
well, God bless her. Let's see what,
Good for her.
good for her.
Where I wanna show you guys this because our friend started the skincare company and called Diamond-esque, and we're gonna have her on very, very soon.
She should
Have
be on in a couple of
Should
weeks.
be on in a couple of weeks. Maybe we should send some to the 19-year-old girl in Brazil because obviously she could be able to afford skincare with
Oh my
2 babies.
Laura.
We'll ask her about it. And here we are. Another one bites the dust.
Cheers.
We'll see you next week at Girls on the Coast. Ciao.
Ciao.